Did you know the feds have been gathering evidence on Lil Baby? Because they're targeting him with a RICO that has him involved in the passing of 2 individuals. His days are numbered. It was announced the head of the Georgia PD Council's gang unit says his office is preparing to defend against a potential 4PF RICO. When this was announced in court, an investigator in the crowd wrote, "Investigator V is on the stand. We are listening to wiretap calls." Someone mentioned that Lil Baby had tickets on some people's heads, meaning Lil Baby placed money to have people dealt with, similar to Dirk's M for Hire. As academics would explain, the city of Atlanta is getting ready to pursue 4PF and Lil Baby on these charges.
So there's this journalist. He's out of Atlanta. Well-reputed journalist. His name is Jakody. Like, he was the person who was very accurate on predicting that YSL was going to get indicted in a RICO. He's an Atlanta journalist, certified. He's really good. He's came out and he said that the Atlanta Public Defenders Council, like the office, they're basically their specialized unit for Georgia's Public Defender's Office. The unit that specializes on gang cases says the office is actively preparing for a racketeering indictment on the 4PF and OMF case. Now, I don't know what OMF is, and that he expects Lil Baby to be indicted.
Reports announced gang investigator Marissa plays wiretap in court, alleging that Atlanta rapper Lil Baby put money on people's heads. In the footage, Marissa claims that Dominique Jones, aka Lil Baby, put bounties on people's heads.
Like, come on, bro, you know what's finna go on. Like, how the hell you can, you know what I'm saying?
They ain't even like that, man. Them got tickets on a lot of these folks, I'm telling you.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who was that said that about the tickets?
Unc, the unidentified male that was being referred to as Unc.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders?
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by what do you mean on somebody's head? What is that?
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Harm. Or
and who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
Dominique Jones wanted to have people harmed.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
This drew Young Thug's attention, who tweeted "biggest liar in the DA's office," which exposed Marissa's identity and accused her of lying. DJ Academics later explained Marissa's role in the case, claiming she was an undercover officer working to take down Lil Baby.
So there's someone named Marissa Viverito. This person was a undercover cop. Now, what she testified to and spoke to, it's related to the Lil Baby 4PF. So 4PF are beefing with these guys called OMF, which is part of this like bigger like gang called like Goodfellas. And those guys, some of them got indicted federally. Remember when Lil Baby shot the music video in that hood? These guys, they shot the music video that Lil Baby was at. Allegedly, some 4PF dudes went to go to retaliate, and then they came back to spin back on Lil Baby, or not Lil Baby, let's just say 4PF. The investigator that was supposed to be undercover is someone named Marissa Viverito. She testified to a few things. Yo, these OMF dudes are beefing with 4PF. We got wiretaps, so this is how you know an indictment definitely is coming.
Snoop Dogg also tapped in, tweeting, "First Young Thug and now Lil Baby being played by that Atlanta DA. Y'all Atlanta rappers be careful out there." Shortly after, news reports dropped a major update. Lil Baby taken into county jail for questioning on the passing of Jakody Davis and Lamon Freeman. Police questioned why he closed 4PF after the crime took place. When asked in an interview about why Baby shut down 4PF, his answer was odd as he shared this.
First 4 Pockets full had to come to an end. You know what I'm saying?
When you say of course, I mean, why you say of course?
Because of all shit that be going on. And I had to start learning that, like, other people's actions I could be held accountable for.
Right.
I ain't know all that at first. You know what I'm saying? I never would have went that route, but I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Now that I know, I'd be a fool to just keep the same thing going. They trying to make something out of something that it ain't. Right. Like, if I got any kind of control of, hey, we're gonna switch that whole thing up. It ain't even just about the police, it's just period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never was supposed to make my label something that I talk about.
Although a concerning part was that tweets went viral sharing. If Lil Baby does get RICO'd, his career is just done. Bro's music is already hanging on by a thread, which is exactly how Academics spoke about Baby's latest album.
Man, you better listen. I don't know if Young Thug's still just on a vacation. Tell him you need him. You need him for a verse, a song. You probably need him to pop out his loud for you because it would have made it all better. You need this, okay? Please. Yo, the crazy thing is Lil Baby confidently be previewing these. It's like, yo, they're hot. Yo, chat, I feel like the Monstars hopped out of one of them New Jersey drones and grabbed Lil Baby and shook the talent out of him. I don't know what I'm hearing thus far, chat.
Either way, it's starting to look like Lil Baby's situation is spiraling. Authorities released a statement. The Atlanta Police Department is calling out Lil Baby, saying his actions led to the passing of 2 young individuals last summer. They said 7 arrests were made in relation to the passings of Jakody Davis and Lamon Freeman. As Major Ralph explained, the crime came from a conflict with street teams who went after Lil Baby at his video shoot, where 3 people were hit last May. But the officer clearly stated, "This team will work relentlessly to hold you accountable," referring to Lil Baby.
The investigation aspect of this, Lamon Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life. Gang violence was orchestrated by adults in our city, and cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions. And you know who you are. And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions.
The incident occurred while Lil Baby filmed a music video on rival territory near a taco shop. Weirdly enough, the woman that spoke on the news was the one who unknowingly tipped off Baby's rivals, because she posted on Facebook, "Lil Baby's at the taco shop with 3 cars."
Where y'all at? We over here kicking in. We got Lil Baby shooting a video around here. You know how we do it at Slapping Taco. Baby, there he go, there he go. Y'all see him? He came to get him some tacos, baby. Y'all better pull up, cause you already know how we doing this Slapping Tacos, baby.
Police said the rivals had no clue Lil Baby was there until they saw her post, yet they're still blaming Baby for the incident, which had fans bringing up good points like how this viral tweet reads, "The Atlanta DA wasn't successful getting Young Thug. Watch, she will now target Lil Baby and use him as an example for the rest of the rappers, supplying gangs with fame, money, and items for street crimes." But this gives answers to one huge question everyone had about Lil Baby, which was, why did he shut down 4PF? But it's now clear he was worried about legal issues. It was even reported Baby's new album, Wham, was a rushed release due to legal battles coming his way. Him closing 4PF was the first sign, and the feds had already warned the public about his alleged involvement in crimes in Atlanta.
An in-depth investigation. Recent months, you've had 2 high-profile racketeering cases. There are going to be more.
Over the next 60 days, you'll see 2 more.
DJ Academics had also revealed that District Attorney Fani Willis was setting up a trap for rappers, because it was announced a week later, Baby was arrested Monday night for carrying a concealed firearm without a permit and was sent to the Clark County Detention Center where he was being held on $5,000 bail.
I need 20 bands, call his number for me. Hey, security, the black guy, call his number for me. They're locking me up for a gun, but I got license. Security, I give you 200 bands a year, I swear to God, security. Security, I give you 200 bands a year. You don't make 200 bands here. Hey, lady, my check leave at 9:10. Nah, check me good. I got a in my nuts. Check me good. You on the camera? I got a in my nuts. Check me good. I got a. All right, y'all let me in that car. Shoot myself in the head. Y'all fired.
But this situation runs way deeper than a single arrest. 8 months ago, DJ Academics went live and showed evidence files naming 4PF in the same RICO documents that also listed YSL.
I've heard 2 of them. Like, I've heard the 2 of them. They're like, yo, these are going first, then these are going first. I've heard the names. And I don't know if I should say it. Again, I got nothing to do with no investigation for nothing, whatever, but these are top rappers. Well, one's a top rapper. The other one, matter of fact, I'll do the segment without saying the name. I'll just say this. I believe you know who the obvious name is. They're in Atlanta. They go by three letters. They've been popping. One of the top, I would say, 3 rappers in the game.
Now that the YSL case is wrapped up, Academics has started to reveal everything, suggesting Baby's latest arrests are warnings of an incoming RICO charge.
I'm going to tell you some things that you're going to have to take my word or don't believe it. It's fine. I don't care either or. When Fani Willis started targeting YSL, Fani Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Thug, she got YFN. So she got YSL, YFN. Eventually, they were gonna get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed their names, by the way. Except, from what I heard, the feds told them, it's okay, we got it. So the feds told him, like, it's okay if you dismiss the charge. So they didn't go that hard with trying to get Dirk, especially after Von died. They dropped that case. They dropped it, but the feds has realized we gonna get Dirk eventually. You doing the math? You see why Lil Baby is moving the way he been? Because Lil Baby hasn't been on Fed watch. He's been on county, state watch.
As this has many worried that since Fani couldn't get Thug behind bars, her focus has moved to Lil Baby, as they had already given Lil Baby multiple warnings and signs, with one moment being that Baby got arrested over an illegal window tint, something that's typically a small fine, turned into an entire arrest where he spent most of the night in jail.
Huh? Man, you know why I pull you over these windows, they tinted. You can't see nothing out.
I'm a celebrity, man. Nobody can't see me. Give me my ticket. Let me ride.
I don't know what celebrity you are.
It don't matter. They give me my ticket. Let me ride. I can't have nobody seeing me right here. I'm gonna let my window up.
Oh yeah, you good, but you can't have that tinted window, man.
Alright, they give me the ticket. Have a good day, man.
Now who are you? You say you
My name Lil Baby.
Okay, I just need you to sign right here, okay?
You got a pen? 827. You don't be want to have these. You gotta have tickets in Atlanta. These folks crazy. I take a ticket, then somebody follow me home.
Put a 32.
Huh?
You can put a 32. If you got a medical exception, you can get the 10.
The body cam footage cut off there, but Baby received his ticket and went on his way. Shortly after, though, he was stopped after his name was flagged in the police's computer system. As the second officer quickly arrested him for unknown reasons, luckily Lil Baby flew out his lawyer, who quickly bailed him out before he slept through the night. With all of these run-ins with the law, it seems like Baby's being targeted, and many believe it's a former best friend who recently snitched, being rapper Gunna, which is why when Thug was released from jail, he instantly spoke out against Gunna, because he tweeted, "Wham, let's drop one on these rats." The nickname Wham refers to Lil Baby, because it wasn't long ago that Gunna was caught snitching out of the YSL RICO case. Baby answered Young Thug on Instagram by saying, "We should." However, Thug had to let everyone know he didn't still rock with Gunna, because he tweeted, "Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." That post caught the attention of both Gunna and his brother, with Gunna's brother responding, "Trust and believe the feeling is mutual." But Young Thug doesn't care. He sneak dissed Gunna by going on Instagram later that night and saying how he got out of the case the right way.
Hey man, what you gotta tell these people?
Back. Back, Jack.
You feel me?
You did.
Hey man, ain't no cap in it.
No cap in my rap.
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
The right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
And go tell that.
The message to Gunna was clear. Thug did his time and got home the right way. But there's more issues that may come of Thug talking about Gunna, because academics outlined that Thug's plea deal requires him to stay out of any serious beef or street issues with other people. If he breaks it, he will go back to prison for 20 years. Not only will it get Thug back in prison, but it could drag Lil Baby down with him as they're already investigating him.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. Well, he's always gonna talk about him and his doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, it's like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about it. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody knows Thug was not that weight, so we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.